Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now this week I'm going to be showing you a collection of my foreign singles. Now a lot of these are actually from Germany, and I've also got quite a few Dutch singles as well, and there are one some other places, but it's mainly German and Dutch singles. Now this probably will be my last singles video before I move on to the EPs, which I'm really looking forward to do. But anyway, so this should be the last of the singles. Actually, apart from my Japanese single collection, I'm almost ready to show that one, but there's a few more I need to complete the series. So I'll hold that one back until I have the ones I need, so I can just show you the full collection. Okay, so we'll start with the German ones. So the very first single I have to show is on Polydor, and it's a copy of Ain't She Sweet. There it is. And it's backed with If You Love Me Baby, which, as it's known on the album, is Take Out Some Insurance on Me Baby. And as it says on the perimeter text, made in Germany. Okay, so that's the first one, which was with Tony Sheridan. Now this next one is another copy of Ain't She Sweet, except it's got Cry for a Shadow on the other side. And it's got the first recording of the Beatles on the picture cover, and there's a nice early photo of them. I've noticed there's no Pete Best or Stuart Sutcliffe on there, it's just Paul, George and John. And I'll show you the back of the picture sleeve first. So it's got the Beatles in Hamburg, and some text on the back there. And the record is still on the Polydor label. And here it is. Still got a jukebox centre. This is the later Polydor label from, I believe, the 80s. Maybe the 70s as well. I don't know. But here it is anyway. And here's the other side. So a pretty basic label there. Still nice though. I like the picture cover. And also these tracks are in stereo. So here is a third copy of Ain't She Sweet. This is a slightly older one though. This has got a different picture cover with just the title on the front. And like the first copy I showed you in this video, it has If You Love Me Baby on the B side. And there's the B side with If You Love Me Baby on the big front. So quite a nice early picture cover this. And the record, like the other two, is on the Polydor label. And there it is. Once again made in Germany. So this is the third German copy of Ain't She Sweet. There's the back. Now this copy of Ain't She Sweet, the label looks very much like the very first copy I've showed you, but it's actually not the same because there are one or two slight label differences, but it's very, very similar to that one. Now this single is actually from the UK, and I meant to include it in the video that I did a couple of weeks ago, but I completely forgot. But anyway, here it is now. So this is the Beatles' Searching, which came out in 1982. And I think it's a pretty good song. And it's got Money and Till There Is You on the B side. And here's the label. AFE, quite a blank label. There we go. And here is another UK single. This is Twist and Shout on Lingersong Records, which is the same record label that the Live at the Star Club Hamburg was released on. That's it there. And on the B side is Falling in Love Again. Okay, so now we're going to get on to some of the older German singles from the 60s on the Green Odeon label. Now, I'm just going to begin by saying I absolutely love the original sleeves that came with the Beatles singles. It's like a nice original, like almost a customised Odeon sleeve because it's got the Beatles on it and it's got lots of nice colours and band name. It's just a brilliant sleeve, and I also really like the green Odeon label. In fact, I'll take it out of its cover. The Beatles sleeve is the same on either side, by the way. But anyway, here's the label. Here's Twist and Shout, which is the A side of this single. And on the B side is Boys, made in Germany. Now this here is just another copy of Twist and Shout, but I think this is an upgrade copy for my other version. So this next one is Do You Want to Know a Secret? And on the B side of that is Little Child. So that's quite an unusual pairing, really. One song from Please Please Me and another from With the Beatles. Now this next one doesn't come in a Beatles sleeve, but it does come in this really cool sleeve showing flags of lots of different countries, which I really like. And I believe that this is an Odeon sleeve. It's certainly in German, so I'm sure it will be. But anyway, this single is Long Tall Sally on the A side, and it has I Call Your Name on the B side. Now this single's just in a plain black in a sleeve, but this is And I Love Her, backed with I Should Have Known Better. What's interesting is that both of these songs, if you can read the text down there, it says original from the United Artists picture Yeah Yeah Yeah, which must have been what it was called in Germany rather than A Hard Day's Night. Now these next few singles are from Holland, and the first one I have to show is a picture cover for the Dutch version of A Hard Day's Night. The Beatles indie film A Hard Day's Night, and it's got Things We Said Today on the B side, and it's on Parlophone. And I'll just take the record out. Here we go. So the sleeve's the same on either side, by the way. It's on kind of the old style Parlophone label, which you would find Love Me Do and Please Please Me on in the UK when they very first released, except this is a black label. And as you can see there, it's got Made in Holland. And it's quite nice seeing the old kind of Parlophone design, I think. I quite like it. But as you can see, all the perimeter text is all in Dutch. So, and there's the B-side. Things We Said Today. And here we have another original single from Holland, and it's We Can Work It Out / Day Tripper. Again on Parlophone. This has got a blue sleeve. And I'll get the record out again. So this one is on Parlophone, but it's on a later version of the Parlophone label, which isn't exactly the same, but it's quite similar to the UK one. And what's interesting here is that the perimeter text is actually in English, as you can see. So that's interesting. Though at the bottom it is Made in Holland. And there's Day Tripper. Now, if you saw the video that I uploaded about 3 weeks ago on some Beatles UK reissue singles, I showed my collection of the 70s releases of all the Beatles singles, and they looked just like this. However, in Holland, they released a set of these singles in kind of yellowy gold coloured sleeve rather than the green one that was on the UK. That was on the UK edition, but I've got the UK one just so you can compare them side by side. Apart from a little bit at the bottom of the sleeve there, they are absolutely identical in terms of the front of the cover, except obviously the difference in colour. But I think that's really interesting. And I don't have anywhere near the full set of the Dutch ones. I've only got about 3 of them. But I'll show you them anyway. So this is I Want to Hold Your Hand, backed with This Boy. However, they do have different pictures on the back to the UK ones, which is very interesting. And here's the record that comes with it. So here's I Want to Hold Your Hand, jukebox copy. The labels are of course different, they're in Dutch. And there's the back. And I've also got Can't Buy Me Love, backed with You Can't Do That. Got the same picture on the back. And here's the label. On the other side. And here is Yellow Submarine / Eleanor Rigby. That's the label. And the last one of these that I have is Yesterday, backed with I Should Have Known Better. Unfortunately, this sleeve has a little bit of a tear there, but that's nothing major. And here that one is. There's the B-side. And there's the A-side. And here is a copy of We Can Work It Out from India. So I'll take this one out of its sleeve so you can see it a bit better. So here it is from India. And I've got pretty much no knowledge on Indian Beatles vinyl, but I'm going to assume that this is an original. Feels nice and heavy, so it's probably a 60s record. And there's Day Tripper. Now this next single, I believe, is actually Italian, and it's I Should Have Known Better. And it's got the details of the full catalogue on the back there. And this single's backed with Tell Me Why. And I'll get the label out. So this is actually on Apple, and I believe this came out in the 70s. As it says at the top there, made in Italy. And there's the B-side, which has been stamped with something there. And finally for this video, this isn't actually a Beatles record, but I just thought I'd show it anyway. It's Stars on 45, so it's basically just generic cover versions of the Beatles songs, but it's put together to make one big medley. It's got all those songs on there. It's got a couple of non-Beatles songs like Sugar Sugar and all that, and it's quite enjoyable. I'm pretty sure I got this in a charity shop, Oxfam, for about 50p a couple of years ago. I mean, it's absolutely nothing to write home about, but it's alright. You know, as far as these type of things go, it's okay. And there's the back. Stars on 45. And here is the label. It's on CBS. Kind of a dark brown CBS label. Not one I've seen very often. Came out in 1981. Okay, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.